Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm reviewing Ryanair. Not the Ryanair you'd think, I'm reviewing this Ryanair, which hopefully should be on screen if I remember. So we're going from Bristol Airport to Bournemouth. It's a very small flight today of about 20 minutes. Well, if it was real, this is about the actual flight itself took about an hour, but let's get into it. Okay, we're now on the bus. Someone pushed the bus over, it seems, as I went AFK, came back to the bus has moved about 3 feet at the front. But we're not moving, seems to be quite a few of issues that's going on. Oh, never mind, we're not moving. This is chaotic to say the least. And after a further couple of minutes of waiting, we're now finally moving. There isn't particularly much scenery around the airport. I'm not sure whether it's like this in real life, because I have been here in real life. However, there's basically no scenery whatsoever. Like road, fence, and a stray bus driving along the roads. So the menu should improve on that. I'll check Google Earth as always to see if there's any scenery, but probably need to improve that. We're now pulling into the airport, or at least the front of the airport, here at Bristol. I'll see you when we're inside the airport and I'll give a judgment on how that looks. Okay, we're now inside the terminal. I've seen pictures of the real Bristol and I've flown with the proper Ryanair TM, which is famous for having quite good airports, and this seems to have a fair amount of detail, although my suspicions are it has been bought, as I've seen this exact sort of airport model multiple times. Let's check in and see how this works. So it says it's off service, but yeah, I still got a ticket, which is a bit confusing. This is very confusing, in fact. I don't know why they've... What? Let's go and drop the bag off anyway. Visible confusion there. Yeah, I'm not prioritying it, go this way. At least they've got the queue system. Well, some airlines don't have that, and they've made us walk around the whole thing, which is, if you know, you know it can be quite painful if you have to walk around all these, especially if you're in a rush. Yeah, me trying to jump over it there. Yeah. Anyway, let's drop my bag off and do some tests with the staff while I do it. Okay, we're here dropping our bag off. They probably should hide the prompts for sitting down, but let's place the bag down. I did try something with the staff here, and they asked whether I had anything fragile, and like I said, I had a firework, which, if you know something about aviation or just flying in general, you're not really allowed to have them. And they let me go anyway. If you might see them in the footage, you might see it in the footage. I did wait a while until they actually properly asked me again. But yeah, the staff didn't really test it properly. I'll just be quiet now, and you can see what I'm on about. And a laptop as well. They're obviously quite flammable, not allowed to be in the bomb. But yeah, probably should be a bit more realistic with that and say that you have to take it out or something like that for extra roleplay or something, because in real life you probably couldn't do that. So yeah, the menu to fix that maybe, or certainly change it. But besides from that, we'll head to security via looking at adverts. Like we've done a pretty good job with that, how they put the adverts on there, making it look a little bit more realistic and that a little bit more better. Although it's Roblox, what you can say, it's not particularly supposed to be realistic, is it? But anyway, up the escalator, which doesn't work, so let's take the stairs instead. Now, I've just discovered this coffee shop, and there's no staff here, so I don't think I can get any coffee. Very sad. But you can sit down in the seats, which are a weird contrast of colour in red and green. Looks not particularly good for furniture, but yeah, it's certainly an interesting coffee shop to say the least. Let's head to the passport scans that basically every small airline use. And take absolute forever though to actually let you through the final bit though, which is why I don't particularly like them, which is why I'm not using them for my airline, which you should join. I'll link that in the description. Again, not much scenery around the airport. It's just like the road just stops. You probably keep it going in view just so it looks a bit more realistic. But anyway, we're now in the queue, just waiting for the guy to press the button to let us in, which he seems to be AFK by the looks of things, as he's just standing there and doing nothing, even though that yellow block that you see next to the scanner is what you use to get people through the thing. So he's certainly AFK, which dock some points on that. Yeah, I can't really blame them, because quite a few of my staff at my airline do that, so I can't particularly blame them. Anyway, oh, is he moving? No movement. Finally moving to the scanner. So let's see, anything. Oh, it's just tagged. We love Roblox moderation, don't we? And just put a hashtag we love Roblox moderation in the comments, something like that, just to keep everyone in a good mood. Didn't even think to saying it, just clearing through. Okay. It seems a pretty nice security. I think it is the one that default comes with the airport when you buy it, because I think this airport is bought. If it isn't, correct me. The queue system I know isn't, because I got it. I think it was very cheap though, so yeah. I think there's definitely supposed to be shops of duty free here, so that's a bit disappointing. I haven't been to Bristol, like I said, but I know there's going to be shops there, which is a bit disappointing, to be honest. But yeah, it's a big area. There's quite a few shops here and there. I'll check them out in a minute. Let's head out and have a look at them. I've just had a look through a couple of the shops which have food and drink on them, and this WH Smith which also does. None of them seem to be clickable though, which is a bit, again, a bit disappointing. I know most islands don't have clickable things on it, but I'm trying to be a bit more stricter now. I've had people say I'm not really strict with it, so I am starting to be a bit stricter. Does this coffee machine work? Let me just see. Oh, it seems to work. Let's see how the model is. Okay, I've got the model here. It seems to be, it looks to be a free model one, to be honest. Or certainly a cheap one, but it was alright. Had some sort of animations at least. Here's a shop with nothing in it. And what's upstairs? Again, I've never been to Bristol, so I have no idea. Fenced off area, it seems, and a plain spotting area, or just a terrace, with broken screens, which don't show anything, and a hint of a plane in the background. Now, I would check out the lounge, but I'm in non-priority, so I can't. What's this? A cabin? Is it like a bar? I think it seems to be some sort of bar or restaurant. Here comes one of the staff. What are they needing? Okay, that staff member just came to see if everything was alright, which is quite nice. Good staff hospitality. I did ask for lounge access, and they did give me their Family Plus ticket, so I'm going to see how the lounge is. Again, these ticket scanners and passport scanners, depending on how they use them, takes so long. Jeez, that took way too long. But this lounge, the same coffee machine as that cafe, which, again, probably a bit more variety. No staff, so no one would be able to serve it. And by the looks of things, 3 model tables, which, although I've done similar sort of things in my lounges, which for my airline, but still a bit disappointing just from a reviewer. I know I'm being kind of a hypocrite with my airline here, but it's just something that could be improved in general, both on mine and their airline. Let's continue looking around the shops. Okay, just try and look around the final few shops here. No staff at them, but if you did see in the chat, they are preparing boarding soon, which they probably shouldn't put commands in the chat. Again, I'm being a bit of a hypocrite with my airline, but I'm trying to improve from that, by the way. But still, it shouldn't be done, both on my airline and theirs. But seems to be, I know that bar is definitely one where you can buy it. I'm getting more and more suspicions that this airport's been bought, and they've just crammed things into it, to be honest. But let's check out their other lounge, some other lounge here. Again, this passport and ticket scanner taking years. Yeah, this is just the default one that comes with the airport thing, and that was very laggy doors, so like that must be quite a lot of server lag. But seems to be a kitchen there which I can't go into, which seems to just be a microwave. Very professional. The same coffee machine as usual. Default furniture that comes with it, a little bit of a sofa, and a view, and that's it. Okay. Quick lounge review. It's alright. It's probably not the best thing though, but yeah, that's probably the best judgment for the lounge. It's mid because it's default. I'm now at the gate, and you see they just said calling Family Plus members to start boarding, and the staff member gave me his Family Plus card, so I can now board in. Just the same queue system really, no ticket scan, which is a bit disappointing as usual. I think the plane is Boeing Roblox, if not Zero Tech. Maybe Boeing Roblox. If you know, again, comment it, because I'm curious, because I'm terrible at tech groups. We can now board the plane once I finished up with the graphics, because my phone isn't very good. Okay, I found myself a seat with the usual Ryanair legroom of nil. If you could hear it in the background though, it is pretty loud, the plane. This is with me turning the volume down on the actual recording, as well as turning my voiceover up. But it can be quite loud, but no one else has begun boarding yet, so I'm not sure whether what's going on or what. But it seems to be a nice plane, certainly. I think it's definitely a 737-8NG. It's one of the only main planes Ryanair owns. Again, sorting out my graphics quality because it's not good. But I'll just skip to when something interesting happens. What on earth's going on here? What's going on? Why am I getting detained? What have I done? So I went AFK, just came back, and saw that I was getting pulled out the plane with handcuffs. But it's I think it was according to what some people told me afterwards. Even just said that boarding is not started, even though literally later on, earlier, they said boarding has begun. So I don't know. This is kind of a bit chaotic. I've certainly got a title sorted though. I'm getting arrested on a Ryanair flight, but that's a bit confusing. I don't know why they've done that. They should at least wait until the plane's ready until doing it, or just having some better staff communication. But not much I can really do, can I? Okay, finally boarding for a second time. What on earth is that music in the background? Why is that so loud? And I do apologise, headphone users. I have turned the volume down even more on the actual recording because, geez, that's loud. But now finally boarding after that incident and the full-on stampede of passengers. Let's get a seat yet again here. A bit of glitchy seats, but here we go, finally sitting down in my seat of no legroom, like the real Ryanair. I'll skip to push back, and I do apologise for anyone wearing headphones who was just deafened by that music. So after spending an eternity waiting, we're finally pushing back, and we've got the safety audio as well, which is echoey to say the least. It's all over the place really. The glitchy staff, as you can see in the corner, we're trying to do the safety demonstration. But it's certainly been an entertaining flight already, which I'll see you when taxiing or taking off. Okay, after a 5-minute taxi, we're now on the end of the runway, and we should be taking off around now. This should be look from the taxiing earlier, which you didn't see. It was pretty good, so I'm hoping this takeoff will be the same as the taxiing, fairly smooth and all right. Here we go, and I'll get back to you once we're in the air. Okay, we're now cruising after a laggy takeoff, to say the least. It certainly wasn't smooth, unlike the taxi, which was quite nice. Staff is asking us what we want. However, there is no menu, so most of the cruise was me asking them what is available to eat or drink, because they didn't give us a menu, and I don't think they have one, which is, again, disappointing. It's been quite disappointing experience up until now, to be honest. Which, yeah, that's all I can really say. And now, finally I got our food. The Fanta seems to be some sort of free model one, because I could probably find that in the toolbox, to be fair. It's got some sort of animation at least, which is something. The big sandwich I ordered, oh wow, that is big. That's definitely a big sandwich. You know, it's big when it's poking the other person in the back in front of you, but no animation, which is a bit disappointing again, considering that would have been very hilarious with the actually having that thing animated. But I'll see you at the descent later on, and maybe the landing. Okay, here we are. Landing, whether it's going to be the famous Ryanair landing, which personally I haven't had. Ryanair's probably been one of the best experiences for me, certainly better than TUI. Oh my lord. Well, just hit the approach lights. It'll be a bit low. But here we go. Is it going to be an actually good landing? Unlike some. No, it wasn't butter. It's not butter. It's quite firm, to be honest, and at least it was on centre line touchdown zone, but that wasn't butter. It was mid, to be honest. And now we're going at a snail pace, but when we eventually get to the gate, I will see you there. Oh, hello everyone, we are now finally at the gate at Bournemouth. After about an 8-minute taxi. It took way too long than it should have, to be honest. But, we should be disembarking soon. Now we'll have a picture with my friend Roy, who owns Fly Me. You've probably seen the videos on that. And one of my cabin crew at your Stan. We'll have a picture in front of the plane, and I'll give them a shout out for both of them, because they deserve it. Now getting off the plane and into Bournemouth, and we're just going to take a quick screenshot. I think it will be used as a thumbnail. I can't remember whether I've chosen it to be a thumbnail, but let's certainly have it there at least. And just a shout out to Roy and Stan, who both work hard at my airline and are trying to work hard just in general. Okay, I'm at the arrivals, and this is very disappointing, to be honest. Like, just a row of ticket scanners, no, like, passport scanners even. This is just, it could have added a bit more decoration or something. Made it look like an airport rather than just a hall with scanners, because this is just kind of, it's just disappointing, to be honest. I was expecting a lot more than this. Like, the owner was hyping me up for this and getting me all excited and stuff like that. I feel disappointed, to be honest. I'm not really, I'm just disappointed. I was expecting a bit more. But let's see, is there anything actually outside of this? No, it's nothing. You know, this has been an alright airline, to say the least. It was slow, it was unorganised, not particularly much scenery, and a bit disappointing considering I was all quite excited for this, and it's just quite disappointing, to be honest. So I'm probably going to rate this a 3 or 4 out of 10. That's me being generous, to be honest. Thank you very much for watching. If you could please subscribe, it would help a lot. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. It would really help. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.